Let's do it. Let's bring that up and look at that. That looks like a Rossolimo in a Sicilian, but white has already got a pawn down to a5. It's not a very familiar position for me. Robert, what can you tell us about this opening?
Yeah, I actually have played the white side of this since childhood. You played bishop b5 check on move 3 and black blocked with the knight. But you see this pawn on b6. So that pawn is going to be recaptured by one of black's pieces. It's not going anywhere, so there's no rush to take it. But this pawn on a6 is what Magnus is claiming is a disadvantage for black. It's a long-term weakness. It's isolated. So Magnus has the healthier pawn structure because he has one pawn island where black has this isolated pawn on the a-file.
And we're seeing that the players are blitzing out their moves, which means that they too are familiar with this opening. Now, black has delayed the recapture of the b-pawn, first develops the bishop to b7, because the b-pawn is not going anywhere, and eventually will decide whether you want to pick it up with the knight or the queen. Both options tempting. I like this approach. I like bishop b7, targeting that e4 pawn. Robert, but even from black's perspective, it looks like things will be under control. You will be able to get play along the b-file, queen b6, rook b8. Some ideas to fight for on the queen side.
Yeah, no, I mean, black is going to try to stabilize on the queen side. White is just going to keep putting pressure, and I like the way Magnus is handling this. You see that rook on a2? What a clever little move, where he wants to push his pawn to b3, but doesn't want to have a problem down the long diagonal. So Magnus, he does it. That's his thing. He comes up with these clever little moves in the opening stage, but I think it's principal chess, it's good chess, and yeah, I like Magnus' position, and he's also the #1 rated player on the planet.
Yeah, not the world champion currently, but he is the #1 rated player in the world. And right now he is up against Ivan Saric in the fight for Division 1 of the Aimchess Rapid, as are the other players. Let's take a look on some of the other action that we're seeing. Magnus move. I don't know how many times we've seen him play this today, and we saw a question mark to that move. It's not an accurate one. Black trying to create counterplay. White hits that rook. You've got to go rook c7.
Apparently that was a
What happened there?
Wait, what could Black have done instead? Your rook was under attack. Maybe there was rook e8 to go after this bishop, but rook c7 for some reason is an error. It must be related to rook b8 check, because otherwise, what's the big deal? King h7? Bishop
f5?
King goes up to h6. I mean, this king is just about to run away. Maybe there's king h3, and he plays it. I was wondering about it. He's just trying to win the pawn.
Oh, wow. And you don't have rook h7 because rook b8, you've taken the h7 square, so queen h4 is a threat. It is a cross on the board for king h3, but it does have a big idea, Robert, of winning the pawn, and it's not an easy threat to counter right now. I'm actually trying to find a move for black, and yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna reject this miss. I don't care if it's somehow not the most objectively strong move, whatever. It's a good move. It has a great plan behind it, and I'm guessing that black has some move to survive, but you have 10 seconds remaining, and now it's under 10 seconds, and I don't think Saric's gonna find it.
Under 5 seconds now, good luck finding it. Such a great practical choice and an immediate mistake there. We see queen d8 has been played, and perhaps Magnus can just simply pick up the h4 pawn, queen h4. Rook h7 actually now is a reality because rook b8 doesn't work anymore. So queen d8 not without idea.
I think the bishop should slide back to f5 first, take away the h7 square, so you are ready to play queen takes h4 next. Magnus does that. Saric has no time. He's also down 1 and about to be 2 pawns. Okay, queen h4 looks strong, but c2 is loose at the end.
d6 falls as well. Does he want to trade queens right now with queen h4? You can't pick up rook the d6 pawn. You've got to be careful with that because there was a trick with bishop f5 winning the rook, and we see this ending being played out. d6 will fall, and the g and the f pawn along with the king just feel extremely strong. White can start with king g5 and also set up some mating ideas against black's king.
I love king g5 as mate. King g6 and rook b is checkmate. Unstoppable. Good idea, Tanya. And that is that.
Wow, and with that, Magnus wins game 1, just needs a draw in game 2 to qualify to re-earn his spot in the Champions Chess Tour Division 1. Wow, Ivan Saric will start with the white pieces, so that's the good news for him. Robert, we've got action on the other games. Let's quickly take